Good morning, Dr. Asaman, sir. Good morning, Dr. Asaman, sir. Sir, you can just unmute yourself and you can start. Yeah. Dr. Asaman, sir. Okay, before that, I will give the introduction about our today's chief guest. It's an immense pleasure to invite our today's chief guest, Dr. Christo Anand, Editor-in-Chief, International Journal of Advanced Research Trends in Engineering and Technology, India. And he is also working as a professor in EC department in St. Mother's College, India. I welcome you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
I will just call our direct. I think some internet issues in our director line. Dr. Asaman, sir, are you there? Okay, with this, I think, so Dr. Asaman, sir, can you start? Yeah, sir. Yeah. You can talk. Good morning, sir. Our director, Research, Community Engagement and Technology Transfer, Olo University, Kumbhalcha Institute of Technology, Dr. Asaman Ailu, sir. With your permission, can we start our session, sir? Sorry. Sorry, there is some issues with this line. So I just ask our today's chief guest is going to present today's topic on updating research profiles during pandemic COVID-19 period. Is just going to talk about this wonderful topic. I request our today's chief guest, okay, to proceed with the session, sir.
Okay, shall we?
Dr. Kristona?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can start, sir.
Shall we start
There
with
is
the
some
session?
issues. Yeah, you can start.
Okay,
There is some
okay,
issues with our director line, so
okay,
we can start our session, sir.
okay, fine, sir. So, yes,
I think there is some issues with our director line, so
okay,
you can start the session, sir.
okay. So, very good day to everybody present here. I'm happy to welcome you all for this international webinar, and I'm happy that Wala University has been doing a great work with regards to MOU facilitation when it comes to faculty development program or maybe research oriented programs. Being the first international conference to organize for automobile industry 4.0, so on. So I see great works and great research.
Sorry, Anand, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, your voice is not audible, sir. Your voice is not clear. Your
Okay.
voice is not clear, sir.
Is my voice clear right now, sir?
Yeah, right now it's clear.
Okay. Because of the network
Doc,
issues, maybe if the video is kept on, maybe there is some voice issues, audio issues. Anyway, it's okay. So I'm happy that Wala University has been progressing in a right way in the research field. May it be the extension activities of students or maybe the research activities, MOU facilitations, and also
sir
conducting.
sir, still your voice is not audible, sir. Your voice is not audible.
Still, it's not audible.
Yeah, Dr. Asmara, sir, you have to unmute yourself, sir.
Right now, is it clear, sir?
Yeah, now
Okay,
it's clear.
okay, okay, fine.
Participants, is it clear? In any participants? Is it now voice is
Participants,
audible?
is my voice audible to you?
So check the chat box also. Please check your chat box also, sir. Now also it's not audible like that. The participants is telling now also is not audible.
Is it clear? Is it clear right now?
Sir, it's not clear. Can you adjust, sir? Your voice is not audible.
It is very clear, sir.
Very
It's
Very
clear?
clear.
clear.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay,
Okay, sir. I think some echo is there, sir. So you can adjust and you can start, sir.
okay.
Okay, sir. You can start.
Okay, sir. Fine. So let me start today's session. I hope my voice is clear and it's not echoing it in any way. Is it okay? We'll start today's session. Okay. So
Some echo
today's
is there, sir.
echoes.
Yeah. Sorry, sir, for inconvenience. Some echo is there. Yeah.
I hope you don't experience an echo right now. Is it okay? Is it fine, sir, right now? We'll start today's session.
Yeah. Now it's fine, sir. Yeah, you can
Okay,
start. Yeah, you can
okay,
start.
fine, fine. So after a brief network issues, we'll be starting today's session. Fine. So today's topic is all about updating research profiles during pandemic COVID-19 period. Of course, we are right now in COVID-20 period, and many of the countries in and around the world are in COVID-20 lockdown, and we are experiencing new variants of COVID-20 virus. So that's the reason we, as educational institutions, are still in lockdown, and of course, we have been experiencing research growth during this COVID-19 as well as COVID-20 period. So this topic is all about updating research profiles during pandemic COVID-19 period and the ongoing COVID-20 period as well. So this is especially for students, researchers, staff members from various colleges and universities. And this is Dr. Kristo Anand for you, Editor-in-Chief, International Journal of Advanced Research Trends in Engineering and Technology, abbreviated as IJARTET, India. I'm also serving as the Professor of EC Department, St. Margaret's Engineering College, Thoothukudi, India. You can, of course, reach me at my mail ID, kristoanand at the rate of mtec.ac.in. So once again, welcome you all for the international webinar on technology research Tech 2021 organized by Research, Community Engagement and Technology Transfer Office. Fine. So this is all about me. I've had a rich experience with 11.5 years of experience as an assistant professor at Francis Xavier Engineering College in India. Then went on to do my PhD and then served as an associate professor of AMA International University Bahrain. And then right now as a professor of St. Margaret's Engineering College, India. And I'm also serving as the editor-in-chief of International Journal of Advanced Research Trends in Engineering and Technology. Is my voice audible to you? Shall I continue further?
Yeah. Now it's audible, sir.
Okay, fine.
Asmara, sir, you can just unmute yourselves. You can just put mute, sir. Dr. Asmara, just mute yourself, sir. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Now your voice is audible, sir.
Okay,
You can
okay,
proceed.
sir. So for better audio features, I request all the participants to please mute your audio. And if there is any question, any clarification from your side, you can unmute yourself and you can ask any question. You can ask me at any time. You can stop me at any time. So first of all, let me thank my God for giving me this golden opportunity to deliver this webinar to share my knowledge among my fellow national as well as international participants. Because amidst this COVID 19 and COVID 20 lockdown, I thank God for keeping us safe, healthy, because there are several of our family members, relatives, friends, well wishers who have left their lives for the sake of COVID 19 and COVID 20. And tribute to our dignitaries, first of all, I welcome Dr. Atsire Tefera, President, Wala University, Dr. Malako Tremene, Scientific Director, Kompalsha Institute of Technology, Wala University, Ethiopia, Dr. Habdu Mohammed, Deputy Scientific Director, KIOT, Wala University, Ethiopia, Coordinator, Dr. Asaman Ayala Ejeo.
Sorry, Christo.
Yes, sir.
From your side only, the voice is not audible, sir.
Is my voice clear?
Yeah, your side only, the voice is not audible. From our side, no problems.
Because I'm experiencing a fine connection over here.
Some echo is there. From your side, your voice is not audible.
Still, you're experiencing an echo, sir?
Yeah.
Is it fine right now?
Uh, Participants, is it okay? Echo is there, sir. Your voice is not audible, sir.
Sir, right now, is it clear?
Yeah, right. Yeah, now it's clear.
Okay. Okay. So the coordinator, I welcome.
You can proceed, sir.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Just make full screen, sir, and you can proceed.
Okay. The coordinator, Dr. Asaman Ayalat Ejigo, Director, Research, Community Engagement and Technology Transfer, Wala University, KIOT, Ethiopia, and organizer Dr. S. Prabhakar, Associate Professor, Mechanical Engineering, Automobile Stream, Wala University, KIOT, Ethiopia. So, warm welcome to all the dignitaries who have rightfully understood the need of this uh, researchful international webinar on updating research profiles amidst the COVID 19 and COVID 20 period. So thank you, my dear President of Wala University, KIOT, Ethiopia, and my dear Principal of my college and the members, journal members who stood behind me to support this academic and research activities even in this lockdown period. And thank you, my dear Scientific Director, Deputy.
Sorry, Christo, sir. Sorry again and again. Your voice is not audible. Or can I do one thing? Can I just share your screen?
Yeah, it's okay. You can share my screen. It's okay.
Yeah, you just close it. So I will share. So you can uh, tell your voice so that I will share.
Okay.
You can close your screen, sir. I will share from my side. Yeah. Sorry, participants. Participants. Yes, sir. Now we can proceed, sir.
Okay, sir. Um, can you move on to the
I think
sixth slide?
now the yeah,
Next.
now voice is audible. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Yes, sir. So, thank you, my dear scientific director and deputy scientific director. as well as the head of the department of my college, who encouraged me to initiate fruitful outcome on teaching, learning, and education. Can you proceed to the next slide, sir? Thank you, my dear Director Research, Community Engagement, Coordinator, Organizer, and MOU Facilitator. The previous slide, sir. Okay.
Yeah.
Previously. Previously. Okay. Thank you, my dear Director, Research Community Engagement, who encouraged me to initiate fruitful outcome on teaching, learning, and education. So, without your valuable presence, this international webinar is not possible. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Thank you, my dear colleagues.
Participants, please mute yourself. Yeah.
No, sir. Previous slide. Okay. Thank you, my dear colleagues and fellow participants who understood the necessity to support this international webinar by your valuable presence. Without you, the event would not have been possible. Next slide, please. Okay. So, at a glance, we are going to discuss about what we might not know. Actually, this international webinar, I'm not here to teach or maybe share you something new. These are some of the elements which we might not have come across, or maybe we might not have idea about, or we might not have knowledge with regards to sharing or maybe indexing our research works. We are going to discuss about Google Scholar, we are going to discuss about Academia, ResearchGate, SlideShare, ISSUU, SSRN, and then we are going to discuss about Mendeley, Thomson Reuters Researcher ID, Thomson Reuters ORCID, Thomson Reuters MyEndNote, Publons, Loop, LinkedIn, and YouTube. As we are experiencing network connections, because that Dr. Prabhakar is sharing the screen, I'll I'll have a glance over the materials, or maybe the PowerPoint slide, and later on I will share my screen and will show you each of the elements in detail. Next slide, please. Okay, so this is Google Scholar. What I initially thought was, when I explained about Google Scholar, I thought about sharing my screen, but still we are experiencing some network issues. So we'll have a go through of all the slides. We just go through everyone in detail, and then we go to the detailed specifications. I shall share my screen and I shall show you. So Google Scholar, it's a freely accessible web search engine that indexes full text or metadata of scholarly literature across an array of publishing formats and disciplines. So Google Scholar, here in Google Scholar, what we are going to do is, after publishing a research work, may it be a conference article, may it be a journal article, may it be a national conference, international conference, may it be a newspaper article, may it be a magazine article, or maybe you have published a patent, or maybe you have presented a book, or maybe published an article in a national book, and published a research article in an international book, or maybe a book chapter in Springer, or maybe elsewhere. So immediately after um, uh, publishing your research work, the first thing you have to do is you have to index your research article in Google Scholar. I shall show you everything in detail. Next slide, please. Academia.edu. Academia.edu, I believe I created my profile back in 2015. So, like 6 years back, I created my profile. And it was being said that academia.edu, when you try to index your research article in academia.edu, 5% of the overall papers get cited if you try to publish, or maybe if you try to index your research article in this website academia.edu. So academia.edu, it's an American commercial social networking website for academics. It began as a free and open repository of academic journal articles and was awarded a .edu domain name. So academia.edu now restricts all access to subscribers and charges fees to put authors in contact with your own readers. Actually, what happens with academia.edu website is that earlier it was a free version. Everybody can publish or maybe index their research article. But right now, it is offering a premium service. For example, after publishing the research work, if I try to index the research article in academia.edu, then it charges a small fees for those statistics who are to read your research paper. Like for example, if my research article is indexed in academia.edu, then afterwards there will be statistics like 5 people have already read, 10 people have already read, 100 people have already read your research paper. So these statistics, it will show you, and if you click on to who are the readers who have actually read your research paper, then it will offer a premium service. So that's a major advantage of academia.edu. And the major feature which you are feature which we have in academia.edu is that right now you can add a video like YouTube. You can add a video of your lecture. You can add a video of your presentation, or maybe simply the video of this webinar session even in academia.edu. And there's a question from Zaman Waldo at the end of the presentation. Definitely, I'll be sharing the PowerPoint presentation to your mail ID as well. I have already shared with Dr. Prabhakar. He shall be sharing with you. Else, you can contact me at any time. Okay. Else, you can share your email ID in your chat box. I shall share it personally. Okay. All right. Next slide, please. ResearchGate. I believe ResearchGate is a most powerful website for indexing your research work. Yes, it was in 2015 I created this ResearchGate profile. I was new to ResearchGate, and just like a kid, just like a young boy, I was good at exploring things in ResearchGate. So what happens with ResearchGate is that there are questions. You can post questions. You can give answers to the researchers. But the only thing you should keep in mind is discipline, because in ResearchGate it's not like you try to index any other research article. You try to index only quality research articles. So these quality research articles you try to index in ResearchGate, and just when you try to ask questions, or maybe post answers, or maybe index too many research articles which are of good standards, then definitely your ResearchGate score, that is RG score, will definitely increase. So just like Google Scholar, it has its own citations. So in ResearchGate, if you go through the website, it has its own citations. So in the website, in my previous university where I worked for, they asked for the RG score. So what is the RG score, ResearchGate score? What is your citation in ResearchGate? So I was the second topper in my university with the greatest ResearchGate score and the citations in ResearchGate. So it's good that you have a profile in ResearchGate, and only thing is that you should have a academic mail ID. For example, with the Wala University, you have like at the rate of wu.edu.et, right? wu.edu.et. So in that you have to create a profile. If you have so, then you can create an account at ResearchGate. So ResearchGate is a European commercial social networking site for scientists and researchers to share papers, ask and answer questions, and find collaborators. So here you find meaningful collaborators, and the latest feature of ResearchGate is that you can even post your job even. For example, if you are a recruiter, you can post your job in ResearchGate. Okay, next slide please. SlideShare. So SlideShare is interlinked to LinkedIn. I hope everybody has a profile in LinkedIn. SlideShare, it's a subordinate of LinkedIn. Okay, so LinkedIn SlideShare, it's an American hosting service for professional content, including presentations, infographics, documents, and videos. Users can upload files privately or publicly in PowerPoint, Word, PDF, or open document format. Okay. Sorry to interrupt the presentation because there's a question from Navesh Avoka. Sir, I'm using ResearchGate and Google Scholar currently. Is there any issue happening that papers are cited in ResearchGate but not in Google Scholar and vice versa? The thing is that, yes, of course, you have a profile in ResearchGate and Google Scholar, but the thing is that the thing that you should keep in mind is that, like for example, you are born as Nivesh Eboka, then you should have the common name Nivesh Eboka in the Google Scholar as well as ResearchGate. For example, if you have a profile name Nivesh Eboka in Google Scholar and Dr. Nivesh Eboka in ResearchGate, then it will identify it as two different profiles. For example, my name is Kristo Anand and I maintain the same name in all of my indexing websites. So it's easy that the search engine will definitely identify your name correctly and will have its own citations. Of course, there is a difference between the citations in Google Scholar and ResearchGate. ResearchGate identifies more number of citations and correct number of citations than Google Scholar, because Google Scholar, it will misinterpret as two different profiles. For example, I have a profile called Kristo Anand and I have a profile called C. Anand and I have a profile Dr. Kristo, then it identifies as three different profiles. So that's the advantage of having ResearchGate over Google Scholar. So I hope I'm clear with your question. Okay, fine. So let me continue the SlideShare account with LinkedIn. So SlideShare is a very powerful indexing database. Once you try to publish your research article, then you try to index this research article in SlideShare. When you try to index this research article in SlideShare, then it pops up front in your Google search result. Like for example, if you have published a research paper on maybe segmentation approaches in GraphQL approach, let us take in the case. So this one, when you try to publish the paper, when you try to index your research paper in SlideShare, then when you type your research article, like for example, image segmentation approaches in GraphQL oriented means, then it will pop up in the Google search result as top means. Okay, next slide please. ISSUU. I regard this website as an alternative to SlideShare. Sometimes what happens is you might have network issues with SlideShare. When you try to upload the maybe index the research article in SlideShare, then you might experience some network issues. In that case, you can index your research articles in ISSUU. So ISSUU, it's a Denmark-based electronic publishing platform founded in 2006, enabling creators of publications to share their content digitally. So the major advantage of ISSUU is that you can set a back date of publication. Like for example, we are right now in February 18, 2021. Suppose if you have published a research article back in February 2018, then you can make the date in such a way that it was recently published. Okay, so it will not show like it is a it's an outdated article, but it will show to the researchers that it's an upcoming article and everybody tries to cite your research paper. Next slide please. SSRM. Just like ResearchGate, SSRN, Social Science Research Network. It's a powerful indexing database for your research articles. So SSRN, formerly known as Social Science Research Network, it's a repository for preprints and international journal devoted to the rapid dissemination of scholarly research in the social sciences and humanities and more. Elsevier, Springer Elsevier has bought this SSRN from Social Science Electronic Publishing Inc. in May 2016. Yes, when it got launched, I created my profile in SSRN in 2016, and many academicians are earning money out of SSRN. I want to tell you, my dear participants, that SSRN is a freely available database, but many agents, they try to get money from the people and they try to index their research article in SSRN. Of course not. It's a very free repository database where you can create an account and you can index your research articles for free at SSRN. But keep in mind that SSRN will not try to publish all the articles or maybe index all the articles. It follows a certain procedure, certain standards, which I shall show you in my presentation when I try to share my screen. Okay, so once again, like ResearchGate, SSRN is a very powerful indexing database where your research article comes up, booms up first in the Google search results. Next slide, please. Mendeley. So Mendeley is not a indexing database, it is a referencing database. For example, if you have a research article, you will have a title of the paper and then you have abstract, then you have keywords, introduction, existing system or literature survey. Then you have a proposed system, then you will have the block diagram and then the simulation results, discussion and then conclusion. Then you will have then you will give credit to your staff members or maybe your supervisor or maybe the guide given, and after that you will have references. So references, you will have like author name where you reference this article, author name you will have, and then you will have the title of the research paper, then volume number, issue number, and page number. Okay, I'm talking about this reference. So it is a referencing database. Okay, so every references has its own style. For example, if you go through Google Scholar, you will have different style. You will have MLA style, APA style, Vancouver style, Chicago style, and Vancouver. Different styles are there to index a research paper. So when you try to reference a research paper, the common mistake everybody is doing is that you are not referencing in a proper standard. For example, one reference is in MLA style and another reference paper is in Chicago style. So that mistake that you should not do. So when you try to reference in the same order, for example, every reference is in MLA style, every reference is in Chicago style, then Mendeley will try to identify this research article and it will store it in its database and it will show it to the researchers who try to create the account in the same project area of their research paper. So Mendeley is a company based in London, UK, which provides products and services for academic researchers. It is most known for its reference manager and is used to manage and share research papers and generate bibliographies for scholarly articles. Okay, so this is a Mendeley profile for you. Next slide, please. Thomson Reuters Researcher ID. So right now Thomson Reuters Researcher ID is not present in Google. Actually, it is interlinked with Publons, a website where you have Researcher ID, ORCID, 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 and then EndNote. Okay, my EndNote. So these are some of the profiles. Yes, sir. Okay, fine. So, researcher ID, ORCID, EndNote are some of the indexing database which are interlinked with Publons. So, researcher ID, I will show you snapshots of researcher ID which I have already created. So, researcher ID is an identifying system for scientific authors. The system was introduced in Jan 2008 by Thomson Reuters. This unique ID aims at solving the problem of author identification and correct attribution of works. Next slide, please. Thomson Reuters ORCID. Just like your ID card, which you wear for your university, ORCID has its own ID. Everywhere you try to reference the author name, sometimes they will ask for the ORCID profile of your participant. Okay, the ORCID profile of your author. Okay, so ORCID, it's a non-proprietary alphanumeric code to uniquely identify scientific and other academic authors and contributors. After you try to publish your research article, is very important that you try to index your research article in ORCID and you try to maintain a ORCID profile. Okay, and then Thomson Reuters EndNote. Yes, next slide, please. Thomson Reuters EndNote. It's a commercial reference management software package. It's used to manage bibliographies and references when writing essays and articles. It is produced by Clarity Analytics. I hope you know about Master Journalist, SCI, Science Citation Index, Science Citation Index Expanded. So these are some of the quality research works of Thomson Reuters, and it's very important that you have a profile in EndNote. Thanks to Publons, because Publons has interlinked everything. If you create a profile in Publons, then you automatically create a profile in researcher ID, you automatically create a profile in ORCID, and you automatically create a profile in EndNote. So one ID card for all, just the same case, one Publons for all. Okay, next slide, please. Yes, this is what I'm talking about. Everybody have to create this profile in Publons. So Publons is a commercial website that provides a free service for academics to track, verify, and showcase their peer review and editorial contributions for academic journals. It was launched in 2012 and was bought by Clarity Analytics in 2017. Okay, so I request all the researchers to create a profile in Publons, because this Publons, it's one ID card for everything. So you can interlink with researcher ID, you can interlink with ORCID, you can interlink with EndNote, you can create a web of science ID as well, author ID as well with Publons. Next slide, please.
Sir, please check your chat box, sir. One question
Yes,
from one participant.
I'm sorry that I missed this question. Why the published articles are not displayed in ORCID, only titles are displayed? What if a reader wants to get a full paper in ORCID? I'm facing this problem. Yes, of course, sir. The just like an ID card will not show you all the details about that particular author. Similarly, ORCID is just an ID card. It is a referencing database. It is not an indexing database. So if you want to index your research articles, I have mentioned different websites like Publons, or maybe you have Mendeley, which is a referencing database. Once again, you can go for SlideShare, you can go for ISSUU, you can go for Academia, you can go for ResearchGate, where you try to get all the research articles, full text version of the research articles. But ORCID, it's a ID card. You can know, okay, this particular author has published the research article in this title, but not the full details. Okay, I hope everybody is clear. Thank you, Navesh Saboka, for your valuable questions. I'm happy that everybody is patiently listening and actively participating with your rapid fire questions. And this is the first time I'm getting questions once in a while. Okay, thank you so much. So over to the next slide, we have Loop. So Loop you would not have come across, because Loop is actually a foreign Frontiers network. It's part of Frontiers network. So Loop is Frontiers next generation social network for researchers, academics, and scholars. It's an open network that integrates into journals and academic websites. They are integrated to both Nature Publishing Group and Frontiers Journal Series. Okay, so that's a major key feature of Loop, is that once you try to publish your research article in your journal website, automatically the Google search engine will reference this article in your loop. So when you try to log it into loop, it will ask whether you have really published one article which was recently included in your journal database. So you might get surprised how this particular mechanism happens, because loop is such a powerful database, and it will ask you whether you have researched, whether you have published the article or not. So when you click on yes, yes, of course I have published the article, then it gets added to your database. Okay, right. So next slide, please. LinkedIn, I have already shared with you about LinkedIn. Of course, everybody has a profile in Facebook. Everybody has a profile in Facebook. Everybody has a profile in Twitter. Everybody has a profile in WhatsApp even. But everybody tries to, when it comes to birthday messages, you normally log into WhatsApp. You normally log into Telegram, or maybe Facebook, or maybe Twitter, whatever it may be. But don't forget LinkedIn. It's a professional profile, or maybe database, where you try to showcase everything, academic ventures. For example, you have a conference, upcoming conference, you try to share this in LinkedIn. Suppose if you have published a research article, you have presented a paper in conference, you have published a patent, an international patent, you have published a newspaper article, you have published a magazine article, then you can share it in LinkedIn. Okay. For example, if you have a brochure about like Wala University, then you can share it in LinkedIn. Okay. So LinkedIn also has unknown members who even wish you on your birthday even. I forgot to log into LinkedIn on my birthday, and like after 3 days after my birthday, there were some like 40-50 messages in LinkedIn which are wishing you happy birthday. They are academic friends circle. Okay, so don't forget to have a profile in LinkedIn and share your views with this powerful database. It's an American business and employment oriented online services that operates via websites and mobile apps. Launched on May 5, 2003, it is mainly used for professional networking, including employers posting jobs and job seekers posting their CVs. Of course, LinkedIn also has a job section where the recruiters can try to post their job requirements, and we can apply accordingly according to the needs of the employee. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, so this everybody knows. This is YouTube for you. It's a American online video sharing platform for headquartered in San Bruno, California. There were three former PayPal employees who created the service in February 2005. Google bought the site in November 2006 for US $1.65 billion. YouTube now operates as one of the Google subsidiaries. If you can go on a larger scale, you can create a YouTube account for your department as well. You can have a YouTube account for your maybe the community engagement or research, whatever maybe. You can have a YouTube account for your university even. So in this academic lockdown period, everybody tries to share their information. So it's a powerful platform where students can connect with each other. For example, in all my lectures, what I do is I try to showcase maybe even this session even I'm trying to record it. Okay, and after the session, I might share a YouTube video for you where you try to access this video and you can see this video again better. Okay, so the similar way when you're trying to use Google Meet platform or maybe Zoom platform for sharing your valuable knowledge, you can even record or maybe in using any recording software like OBS, Open Broadcast software. Okay, or maybe you can go for YouTube live streaming event where you can record all these features and you can showcase this in YouTube. Okay, so this is also a powerful platform for indexing your research fields. Next slide, please. Okay. Dr. Prabhakar, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Can I share my screen?
Yeah, sir.
Can I share my
Yeah,
screen?
you can.
Because
Yeah, you can share your screen, sir. Oh, sure.
okay, there's
I will close my screen.
okay.
You can share your screen.
Okay, there's a question from Zaman Waldo. For junior researchers, what do you advise to publish an article or articles and which technology best to use and other basic things plus other people's researches? Okay, so actually, when it comes to publishing research articles, there are several international journals. Okay, what you have to do is that you have to identify journals where your research articles becomes more popular. Simply saying that if a journal is maybe 10 years old, 20 years old, for example, your university is 20 years old, then definitely your standards would have been improved. So the same case with the case of the journal, you go for journals which are older journals and which are having good practices which try to focus on the citations of your research works. So these journals you are going to identify. You are going to focus on normal journals. You are going to focus on Scopus index journals. You are going to focus upon Web of Science index journals, SCI, Science Citation Index journals, Science Citation Index expanded journals. So this you should have it upon, and I'm happy that you people have a journal called Abyssinia Journal. I'm sorry if I pronounced it wrong. The major thing that you can focus on your journal is that you should have a powerful editorial board and a powerful even a plagiarism software like Authenticate or maybe Turnitin, some softwares where you can really check the plagiarism of the paper. Make sure it is less than 20 percentage of plagiarism with Turnitin or maybe Authenticate, and then you try to give the review for the paper. Ask many questions. Ask many questions for your journal, and of course accept the paper. So when a journal is trying to ask many questions, ask any clarifications, asking any extension works of the current research paper, then your research paper gets molded. Your research article becomes a fantastic work for the upcoming researchers in your project area, because you should focus upon your research interest alone. For example, your research interest is mechanical. Specifically speaking, you're more focused upon concrete structures. For example, if you are more focused upon maybe Java, or maybe more focused upon Python, more focused about building structures, okay, mechanical machines, 3D designs. So focus on that area. Focus on the research articles. Try to go for updated research articles in 2020, 2021. What are the research articles in my current area? You should reference, you should go upon, and you should make some modifications. Okay, so this research article has talked about one particular research area. I am going to go for something else. I am going to go for a blend of one and two, and I am going to come up with three. So in that way, you should
Sir, you
focus.
can share your screen. Sorry, Christo, you can share your screen, sir.
Yes, yes. I'm trying to answer the question of Zaman Worldu. After that,
Okay.
I'll
Yeah,
share my screen. Okay. So this is what we are
sure,
going
sure.
to focus on the research area. So come up with the research area. Try to focus on research articles, and then you come up with your area of interest. So don't just jump into one particular research area just because your supervisor is well versed in that field. You should have some interest, only then the research becomes meaningful. So if you have some interest in your research work, so definitely you can complete your research work, maybe a master's degree or PhD degree in very short interval of time. Okay, so thank you, Prabhakar sir. Once I'm sharing my screen right now. Okay, I hope my screen is visible to you. Is my screen visible to you?
Yeah, 1 minute, sir. Your screen is visible, sir.
Okay, fine. So this is what I'm talking about my Google Scholar profile. I have maintained my name. For example, I am born as Christo Anand, so I don't have like any initials or my surname, family name, anything. I am Kristo Anand, so I have mentioned this same name in all of my profiles. Okay, so this is what I am talking about. This is I am talking about this is Kristo Anand. Okay, so you should have the same name in all its databases so that Google will try to index this as one name, as one particular account. Okay, and I have my affiliation email, and then I have a verified email at kristoanand.com. For example, I have my website www.kristoanand.com, my own personal website where I have showcased my information. So the similar way you can also build your own website. If you cannot build your own website, else you can reference to Wala University. Okay, and you can have your academic mail ID, and if you create email ID, then when you try to verify this account, then automatically what happens is you get a mail in your mail ID asking you to verify the account, and once you click on verify, then you get verified email at Wala University or verify email at SSN College, something like that. Okay. Okay, right. So I'm happy that everybody is patiently listening to it, and I have the home page even. Okay, if I click on this home page,
Sir, some participants want to ask question.
yes.
Participants, after this session, you can ask the questions.
Do you have any
After this
questions?
session, you can ask the questions.
Okay, fine.
I think some participants they raise their hands.
Okay.
So after the session, you can or just type it in chat box.
Yeah. Definitely, I'm going to answer each and every question of yours because that's my work, that's my duty.
Sir, you can check the chat.
Yes.
The chat box also.
Yes.
And participants, if you have any doubt, just type it in chat box. No issue.
Okay, so Nimesh Saboka has once again come up with a question. How exactly a journal publisher is calculating the journal impact factor? Is it calculated by some neutral body? No. The predatory journals, they try to, predatory journals, once again I repeat, predatory journals, I hope you understand the meaning of predatory journals, predatory journals, they try to calculate impact factor based on some agent. For example, they have an impact factor like 5.023. It's not possible. It's not possible. Okay. Because Thomson Reuters, if you go to Thomson Reuters, it has its own impact factor 0.15, 0.25, 0.159. So, which means that this particular journal is well versed in that area, is having the impact factor of maybe 1 point something or maybe 2 point something. So a global way of calculating impact factor is by or is via Thomson Reuters. So you have to make an application to Thomson Reuters, and Thomson Reuters will calculate the impact factor. And there are several SCI journals. I repeat, there are several SCI journals which are having 0.01 impact factor, but still they are good journals. Just because they have too much competition in that particular area. There might be some journals which are having an impact factor of 2 point something or 3 point something. But just because that they are best in their field, just because their project area is something unique. So you should understand the difference between the impact factors, how it's being calculated, and Thomson Reuters impact factor is the globally recognized impact factor. I repeat. Okay. I hope it's clear. We can proceed. Okay, right. So once again, I'm pointing it to my Google Scholar profile. I have mentioned this research interest. Okay, for example, medical image processing and cooperative network. Okay, several researchers, they try to showcase many research areas, several like 5 or 10 in number. The thing is that you should have only very few research interests, because there are only few project areas where you should be familiar about, you are master at. So I have mentioned medical image processing and cooperative networks. In my area, medical image processing and cooperative networks, for example, if you take in cooperative networks, There are like only 6 researchers who are doing this one in cooperative networks, and I'm happy that I'm the best among those. Okay, so similarly, you try to index or maybe showcase only the meaningful or maybe the best research interest of yours. Okay, and then you have your research articles. You can you can include the title of the paper, you can include the author names, you can include the journal name, volume number, issue number, and everything you can add it in this database. Like for example, you can see my screen. If you click on this plus symbol, you have three options: add article groups, add articles manually. Okay, for example, add article groups. For example, if you can this Google will identify and it will ask you to enter your name. For example, if you type Christo space Anand, then it Google itself will identify, Google Scholar itself will identify the articles of Christo Anand. So all these articles will get added up if you click on yes. Okay, or if you click the checkbox. Okay, or else you can add it manually even. Okay, you can click on the third option and you can add these articles manually. Okay, and you have a descending order of years, year even, like 2020, 2019, 2018, and so on. And then you have like cited by the total number of citations even. Okay, one thing you should note in mind: conference articles and journal articles are not the only research works. I hope I'm clear about it. Conference articles and journal articles are not the only articles. For example, if you see my screen, uh, I have published a policy document. Okay, a policy document over here. I have published a magazine article, published a policy document over here. This is a patent. Okay, it's an Indian patent. Okay. Um, then this one, it's an international patent. Okay, this is an Australian patent. Um, Still, I'm working for the Indian patent and US patent even. The thing you should keep in mind is that yes, of course, everybody try to create a profile in Google Scholar, but the thing is that you should keep your followers. You should keep your followers very active. So when you try, when somebody else is trying to follow you, you should be the best. So you should attract the followers with many research works. For example, magazine articles, newspaper articles, conference works, research works, patents, okay, books, book chapters, policy documents. So there are several. There are several in hand. Only thing you should work on it, and you should showcase to the university where you are working for. Okay, and this is what I'm trying to discuss. And then you have your citations. I have my own citations, and then I have my
Sir, please check your chat box, sir. Please check your chat box.
is possible, say, repeatable journal which has high impact factor. So there are several journals of Elsevier, like for example, wireless personal area communications. That's a journal of Elsevier, and then we have journal of ambient intelligence and humanized computing. That's also one journal which has good impact factor. We have a journal of soft computing even. We have a journal of image processing, image vision and digital signal processing. That's also one journal. Elsevier has come up with several journals which are of good impact factor. If you go through the Elsevier or maybe Springer, there are several journals. According to your research interest, for example, if you are good in mechanical engineering, then you type mechanical maybe in the Springer, and it has its own journals. Okay, like automobile technology, automated structures. So something according to the research interest, you type it in Springer, so it has its own journals. You try to review about each and every journal. Okay, this journal is taking 26 days for initial answer for the particular research article. Okay, this particular journal is charging you like $2,000 or maybe $3,000, $1,400, something like that. So everything you try to review upon, you try to review the impact factor even, and you try to come up with your conclusion. I would rather say Elsevier journals of low impact factor are not the worst journals. Try to keep in mind, Elsevier journals of low impact factor are not the worst journals. Of course, it's a good journal, but the thing is that you should focus on many journals which are having high impact factor. For example, right now you have published a research article in 0.5 impact factor, then you try for 0.75. 0.85, then 1, 1.2, something like that. You try to go for it so that your impact factor even gets improved. Okay, so I hope uh, uh, you have got my question. And then there's an additional question from Miniature Allegan. In addition to that, we how to know the coverage year of the journal under Scopus database. Yes, I was discussing this with Dr. Prabhakar when it comes to handling another webinar for you. Uh, I was actually thinking about sharing with you which are the real journals, which are the fake journals. How to identify this particular journal, whether it comes in the coverage area or not. Um, if 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 everybody is patient enough to listen to this, I can share my screen, I can show you. Okay, because there are two databases where you can check the coverages. One is SciImago, SciImago. Okay, I'm typing this SciImago.jr. Okay, I'm sorry, imago.jr. Okay, sciimago.jr. This is one website where you can check for the coverage, or you can go for scopus.com, or if you search mjl. Okay, in Google, if you can search mjl, this is actually master journal list. Okay, MJL stands for Master Journal List. This comes under Claritative Analytics. So sciimago.jr, I am talking about this one, sciimago.jr, scopus.com, and then MJL. If you Google MJL, Master Journal List, you will get Master Journal List mjl.claritiveanalytics.com. So you can search via ISSN number, or you can search via the title of the journal. I mean the real title, because there are several predatory fake journals which are maintaining a copy version of the original websites. So that thing you should be very particular about. So that real research title, the title of the journal you are going to search it upon, and you can get the coverage where it is being indexed and the number of years it is being indexed. So this one you can really research upon. If possible, if the university offers me another webinar, then definitely I will show you some brief statistics about how to identify between real and fake journals, and what are the metrics we should follow before trying to publish the research article, that I can discuss with the research director even, and Dr. Prabhakar even, for sharing this information at your free time. Okay, fine. Once again, I'm sharing the Google Scholar profile. It's H index and I10 index. Okay. Over the years, you should have like good citations, and I have my co-authors even. Okay, so I have a list of co-authors. Some try to have a very small friend circle, so they have a very limited number of co-authors. If for me, it's, still the co-authors is still not being updated, because my list it's far beyond. Okay, so I can add my co-authors, and whenever they try to publish the research article, or I try to publish the research article, it's a common advertisement for everybody in my circle. Okay, so this is what I'm trying to discuss about. Okay, so next I have already discussed about academia.edu. I hope my screen is visible to you.
Yeah, it's visible, sir.
Okay.
Visible.
Academia.edu, this is the most advanced feature which you have. For example, this webinar, or maybe class lecture, or maybe conference presentation, or maybe research summary, media, everything you can upload as a video right now. Okay, so this is a new feature which is being added, and if I click on my profile, if I click on my profile, okay, so I have my own profile with academia.edu where I can add my biography. Okay, for example, my u.academia.edu /Kristo. Okay, um, this is what I'm talking about. So you can have a link in your own name. Okay, and here I have mentioned the biography, a very detailed biography. Okay, and then if you come over here, these are the detailed analytics. 1285 papers mentioned my name. Okay, so if I click on view mentions, it will offer a premium service and it will charge you some mere amount, and I can see who are all the researchers who have mentioned my name. Okay, and I can showcase my research works. I have already told you, research work means it's not only conference work and journal work. I can concentrate on newspaper article, magazine article, national pattern, international pattern, everything I can see. For example, 8 readers have read this particular article. Okay, and for example, this one, 3 readers have viewed this particular pattern document. Okay, so every detail is being mentioned over here, and here if you can see, there are papers, there are drafts, there are books, there are thesis chapters, there are teaching documents, and if I click on more, I can view list of talks given. So everything, it's a what you call a treat, a visual treat for the academic researchers. Everything you try to showcase, so everybody tries to understand and tries to follow you. Okay, so this is academia.edu. Uh, I'm sorry that I'm taking much of your time, but I'm really very keen in sharing with you people about each and everything which I know in mind. Okay. Next we have
No problem, sir. Sir, you can see it in chat box. Another question
okay.
from Minchil again. Top. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sir.
So first,
Please check. Is this any?
sir, I'm not sure about the link which you have shared. Scopus.com/suicide. Yes, of course, I'm pointing to that, but may I know your question, please, sir? Are you asking the reliability of this journal?
I think you will type, sir. You can proceed with the session.
Solid state technology. Okay. Um, source. Sir, actually, what happens is I'm not sure about your question, but with the way you have given the website, I think you have mentioned a website. Okay, you have asked me to write on the title solid state technology. So, this scopus.com. Um, okay, fine. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this name and I'm going to search in scopus.com. I'm going to go for sources. I'm going to go for title. I'm going to search this particular title. I believe this is the title. I'm sure this is the title. I have a search result coming up. This is solid state technology. Okay, so this is solid state technology. It comes in a Penwell Publishing Group. Once again, if I say this one, um, okay, Penwell, the ISSN number 0038111X. Over here, if I say, I'm not getting the ISSN number. Uh, I'm, I'm asking this question to the author. Is this the authentic website? Yes, of course. Yes, yes, I have understood. 0038 111X. Okay, right. Fine. So this is the journal. Uh, how you can check whether this particular journal is actually the real journal or maybe the fake journal? What you are going to do is you're going to go for the Scopus content coverage. Okay. So if you can see, is my screen visible to you, sir? I hope you are getting the point. In 2018, you have two
Yeah,
documents.
yes, sir.
2018, you have two
The
documents.
screen is visible, sir.
Okay, 2018, you have two documents. Okay, and also, if you see the Scopus content coverage over here, it is from 1969 to 1992, from 1994 to 2015, and from 2017 to 2018. So right now, the Solid State Technology Journal is not in Scopus. So up to 2018, it was in Scopus, and right now it is not in Scopus. If you click on the Scopus content coverage, if you can see, 2014 there are 49 documents. 2015 there are 4 documents. 2017 there are 19 documents. 2018 you have 2 documents, and in 2019, 2020, 2021 there are no articles, which means that this journal is currently not in Scopus. Okay, so it is up to you to publish your research article in this journal, but this journal is not in Scopus. I hope you are getting the point.
Yes, sir. You can proceed, sir. And 10 minutes more, sir, for the event is to close.
Can I take extra time for explaining all these database, or should I have to wind up within 10 minutes?
Yes, sir. You can wind up within 10 minutes, sir.
Okay, fine. So ResearchGate,
Because now in Ethiopia it's lunch time.
let's.
They have to go.
I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry to have taken too much of your time because when it comes to research, I'm very active when it comes to research. Okay. So, okay, fine. I'll try to
No
finish
issues.
up within 10 minutes. Okay. So, ResearchGate, you should
Okay.
have a
Thank you, sir.
profile. You should have a profile, and you can have like different things. For example, you have research interest, you have total number of citations, recommendations, and rates. As I've told you, you should be very active. You should be posting questions. You should be answering to questions. You should publish only quality research works, and you can even set up a lab, even okay, lab where if you have a particular project area, so this project area you can have a lab. You can converse with your researchers, and you can even post your job even. Okay, you have a section called jobs, you have a section called questions, you have a section called home. Right. Fine. So, as I already mentioned to you, you have already known about this LinkedIn. So, you can share all your knowledge in LinkedIn. You can share all your valuable information, maybe an upcoming conference or something about your college. Everything you can share it in LinkedIn. Okay. So SlideShare, once again, it's a product of LinkedIn. If you click on this upload, you can upload your research article. So you can include tags, just like YouTube. You can include tags similar to your project research area, and your Google search engine will identify your research article, and it will keep your article right on top. Okay, and then you have ISSUU. I have already told you it's an alternative to SlideShare. if SlideShare doesn't work, you can go for this ISSUU. If you can click on each of the publications, it has its own statistics. Okay, so these are some of the research articles which I have showcased in my profile of ISSUU. I'll discuss about this SSRN at the last because there is an interesting feature with SSRN. There is Mendeley for you because Mendeley it's a referencing database. So you, just like ORCID, okay, ORCID, just like ORCID, you can include the name, the title name, the author name, everything, volume number, issue number, and journal name, and whatever you try to input, it comes over here as a separate research article. So you can have a list of all the publications, and you have several followers even in Mendeley. Okay. And then you have ORCID for you. So as I've already told you, ORCID it's just like your ID card. I have my ORCID profile over here. It's a 4-digit hyphen 4-digit hyphen 4-digit hyphen 4-digit. It follows that format, and you can have a list of all the publications over here. Okay, if you can see over here the works, all my works are being showcased over here. So everything you try to add it up, and it is being showcased, and you can link all other profiles. For example, researcher ID, Loop, Scopus author ID, everything you try to interlink with this article. Okay, and email IDs even I can interlink. For example, I have my own website, christoanand.com. I can interlink here. Okay, ResearchGate, SSRN, Google Scholar, Academia.edu, everything I have interlinked. So this is what I am trying to discuss with the case of Publance. I request every researcher to have a profile in Publance, because in Publance, if you click on publications, every research article you try to add upon is being displayed over here. Okay, and whatever is indexed in Scopus, Web of Science, or maybe SCA, it is being showcased over here. For example, if you try to review one particular research article, then it appears in the peer reviews in the section. For example, I have reviewed some of the papers of the journal Measurements and Control, and it will send a alert message to my mail ID whether to add this particular review in your Publance profile. If I click on yes, then automatically it will add it on Publance profile. Sorry that I haven't added much of my reviews because I have reviewed like 1,000 articles, but I didn't click on yes in my mail ID. So if I click on yes, then definitely it would have added, it would have showcased in my Publance profile. Okay, so create a profile in Publance so you get access to researcher ID, ORCID, and endnote. This is what I have told you with Loop. Okay, so Loop it asks for automatic asking of your research profile whether to add this profile or not. It has misinterpreted this data. This is not actually my research work, so I can click on this reject. Okay, so just like every other websites, it has its own profile, total number of views, total number of profile views, total publications, publication views, and so on. So if you actively index your research works, then yeah, everybody tries to follow you. As I told you, YouTube is a powerful database. If I click on this create and then click on this upload video, I can attach my YouTube video and the content what I'm trying to share it on. Be sure and be very particular when it comes to copyright issues, because you cannot upload some other content. You should upload your own content with your face in it. Okay, and you should include many tags. Okay, so that YouTube will try to identify your particular work. Semantic Scholar, which I haven't discussed in my slide, but the most booming one in today's world. Okay, you should create a profile in Semantic Scholar, and you have different metrics. For example, these are my publications. These are a list of publications. It is still counting, and I have influence even. For example, I am following these many number of authors, and these are the authors. These are the authors over here who try to follow. Okay, for example, 7, 7, 14, 19, 24, and 29. So 29 articles of these authors are following me, and I am trying to follow 10 articles of these authors. So you can have a detailed metrics when it comes to Semantic Scholar. Okay, and this I'm trying to showcase with my own personal website. I have showcased many things, academic achievements, academic responsibilities, administrative responsibilities. Several things I have mentioned: audio, video lectures, awards and honors. Everything I have showcased, so everybody tries to follow me. Okay, so you can have your own website even. And finally, I am going to end up with this SSRN. You try to create a profile in SSRN. So everything you try to showcase upon. For example, let us take in the case I am proficient in image processing, and for example, you are proficient in embedded systems. Okay, now we can come up with a collaborative work, image processing plus embedded system. Some research work in image processing and embedded system. So when it comes to that, then definitely your this particular area you will have unique authors and everybody tries to follow you. For example, I have my own author rank. 47,000 out of 5,64,000. Okay, I haven't updated much of my works over here. So if I have updated, then my rank will go high. Okay, there is one thing that I want to share with you. Okay, before uploading the research works, okay, you should not upload some other work. Okay, you should upload your work. Okay, if I go with my papers, okay, if I can add this one, okay, if I go with these papers, okay, before adding these papers, you should have this comment, okay, before uploading or maybe before adding the research works, you should include this particular statement. Okay. Uh, for example, this research work was originally uploaded. I hold posting rights of all my research works. Okay, I'm repeating once again. This research work was originally uploaded. I hold posting rights for all my research works. You should include this statement because what you're trying to say is that because journal website has its own copyright, so if you include the statement, this research work was originally uploaded, I hold posting rights for all my research work, you should include the statement. If you try to include the statement, then definitely your research work will be published within short interval of time. Else what happens is that in place of this approved status, you will have rejected status. So you should include that particular statement and you should tell that it was your own research work. Okay, so you should know that after uploading this research work, many of my papers have gone huge popularity, and there was one paper in liver cancer, skin cancer, which I have researched upon, which has come up with top 10 percentage paper in this particular skin cancer field in SSR. So it is because of that innovative collaborative field that this paper has become a popular paper, and the number of downloads are also getting increased. Okay, so this is what I am trying to share with you. I am sorry to have taken too much of your time, and I didn't know that I'm taking your lunch time even. I'm sorry to have taken much of your
Thank you,
time.
sir. No problem. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot for your wonderful presentation. Sir, you can see some questions in the chat box. I want to request you one thing. What is the advantages of getting more citation?
Okay. What is the advantage of getting more citations? When you have too many citations, when you have good number of citations, um, you build a very good academic researchful circle. And when everybody tries to follow you and they come up with their own research work, for example, in automobile field you are proficient about, and I am proficient in embedded systems, now we can come up with a collaborative idea. Okay, embedded systems in addition to automobile technologies, or maybe machine learning which is applicable in mechanical engineering. So we can come up with a collaborative idea and we can research it upon, so that new technologies can build upon, and more project works we can work it upon, and the government is going to give funds for innovative technologies. There are several competitions which are going on. For example, with the case of IEEE, or maybe you go for Elsevier, or maybe even in the case of Ethiopia, or maybe the Gulf countries, whatever may be, everybody is giving funds for innovative technologies. So that thing we can focus upon, and we can our university where we are working gets fame, and the research works of ours gets fame. For example, this particular researcher is from your university, then the university automatically gets popular.
Thank you, sir. Now I'll just invite our director, Dr. Asaman, sir. Yes, sir. We can conclude our session, sir. Yeah, Dr. Asaman, sir. Your voice is not audible, sir. Sorry, Dr. Asaman, your voice is not audible. Yes, not audible, sir.
Yes, no sound.
Yeah, Dr. Asaman, your voice is not audible. Yeah, now it's audible. Yeah. So now it's audible. You can talk.
Are you hearing now?
Yeah, now it's audible, sir. You can talk.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Christo Anas, the editor-in-chief for the International Journal of Advanced Research in Engineering and Technology. Dr. Malaku, the scientific director for Humboldt Institute of Technology, the convener of this webinar. Dr. Habtamu, also the deputy scientific director of Coyote and the co-convener of this webinar. Dr. Pravaka, you are the coordinator for this webinar. Really, it was very interesting. And Dr. Christo, he raised so many interesting things, especially focusing on the different platforms of sharing research findings, and then especially reputable journals and predatory journals and different research abstract indexing database and the likes. So the webinar was really very exciting, and then you raised so many advice for us, and really it's very appreciable.
Thank you, Doctor.
I also appreciate the participants of this webinar. Actually, around 54 participants were joined this webinar. It was really very fantastic. And thank you very much, Dr. Christo Anat from India. Really appreciate it.
Thank you
And
so
then
much.
the webinar was very fantastic. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Doctor. Thank you. Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Doctor.
Dr. Asaman, our director of for this director for research, community engagement, and technology transfer, Ola University and Kumbalcha Institute of Technology. Thank you, sir, and thank Dr. Christo Anand for spending your valuable time with us, sir. It was a wonderful presentation. Thanks a lot, sir. I hope in future also we will continue with another webinar. And sir, if possible, can you just answer some questions
Yes,
which is
yes,
in
yes.
chat box?
I was about to answer the question of Emmanuel Abare. How can we
Yeah, Manuel
increase?
Labar, yeah.
Yeah, how can we increase the index or impact factor? Okay, and thank you for the compliment. Actually, everything is interlinked. If you increase your Google Scholar citations, definitely your H index will increase. And if you try to publish your research article in good quality journals, then definitely your impact factor gets increased. For example, I try to publish research article 1 with impact factor 0.5. Research article 2 in Journal of Impact Factor 1.5. Now, in my two publications, my impact factor is 2.0. 1.5 plus 0.5, it is 2.0. So now my research article impact factor gets increased. To increase the H index or maybe the I-10 index, constantly I have to publish the research articles and everybody has to cite my paper. Only if your research article is interesting, everybody tries to follow your paper, everybody try to cite your paper in their research works, and definitely your citations will increase, H index will increase, I-10 index will increase. Okay, and thank you, David Welcome for your valuable compliment. I hope research is one field which is existing and flourishing in all the other fields. May it be industry, may it be research, may it be company, may it be engineering college, may it be university. Everywhere we have research. And I can say the only day where my research fails is my death day. So research should continue till the day infinity of your life. Is there any more questions from your side? Because I'm very eager to share with you the next webinar. If on your free
Participants,
time,
if you have any questions, you can, yeah, participants, if you have any questions, you can unmute and you can ask the questions also.
please feel free to ask any questions.
Uh, Dr. Christo,
Yes, yes,
excuse me, I have one question.
yes, doctor.
We are going to have a new journal,
Okay,
as you raised. Have
okay.
you seen a journal of engineering and computing? And we are really working to increase the visibility of our journal.
Okay, okay, doctor.
So you raised some points. What to do to increase the visibility of our journal? Maybe if you have some ideas, you can advise us.
Yes, yes, doctor. When it comes to journal, okay, the international journal, what you have, the Abyssinia journal, you should have a ISSN number, first of all. So this ISSN number is the number where everybody tries to verify or maybe access into it. Okay. So whenever they try to type the ISSN number, then definitely the journal will show up. Okay. You have two types. One is ISSN online and another one is ISSN print. It's very difficult to get the ISSN print number, but it's very easy to get a ISSN online number. So several journals, even the Elsevier Springer journals, have only ISSN number online only. So you can go for ISSN online application first of all. Next thing you should go for is a powerful editorial board, because this editorial board should be of multi-nationality and multi-project area, multi-research area. Also, this Abyssinia journal, what you are talking about, should have a focused scope of coverage. You cannot have a multidisciplinary journal. What you can have is a focus. For example, if this journal is going to focus only on ecosystems, if this journal is going to focus only on mechanical engineering, if this journal is going to focus about only automobile parts, then definitely it should accept papers only in that particular area. It should not accept any other papers. So make sure that you have an editorial board and they should not be influenced but in any kind. May it be money or maybe some fame, everything. The editorial board should not be fascinated in any way. So that thing you should focus upon, because there are several agents who are going to say, okay, I'm going to take this journal to Scopus, I'm going to take this journal to SCA. Okay, pay this much amount of money. Okay, you should not be fascinated. You should stick on to the rules and regulations, and you should, review the papers in a quality manner. What you can do is, when you try to review the research paper, you can go for two popular plagiarism softwares. One is Authenticate and another one is Turnitin. So this is not a free version, this is a paid version. So yearly you should renew it, this particular software, and you should check for plagiarism. You should say, like, if this particular article fits into our scopus of coverage, and if this journal article is having less than 20% of plagiarism, and if it fits to the questions of our reviewers, then definitely the paper will be accepted. Else your paper is rejected in any case. So if you are not going to make the risk today, you are not going to make the risk on any day. So if you are going to accept every other article, of course you are going to get research articles in your journal, but you will not have that quality in that journal acceptance or maybe publishing and so on. And another one thing you should think about this journal is that JMS, Journal Management System. Like for example, you have in your university student management system or maybe hostel management system. Something you have a online maybe online login and password. So every user try to have a username and password, and they try to access it up and they try to post the paper. So when they try to post the paper in the individual login, maybe the reviewers who are fitting into that project area, everybody will be getting the notification. Okay, this particular paper has dropped in. Okay, you can review this particular paper. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to check whether this particular article is plagiarized, maybe copy pasted anywhere. You have to check it about, and then you should post some questions. Feel free to ask many questions. Ask some 10 questions. Ask some 15 questions. Then you will come to a conclusion. Okay, whether the researcher has really worked on this article or not. And also there should be some equal contribution of all the authors. For example, first author would have done 100% of the works, and second author and third author will be like 0%. But they should come up with a justification that first author has done this percentage of work, second author has done this percentage of work, and third author has done this percentage of work. So everything they should come it up, and when they try to answer your queries, and if it comes to the scope of coverage, and if it is less having less plagiarism, then you can go for acceptance, or you can go for minor revision, or you can go for major revision. So something you have some procedures. Only then everybody will come to a conclusion. Okay, this is a very good journal. Then we can approach this particular journal. If you are trying to publish every other article, it becomes meaningless. So that's the thing I'm thinking about. And also, you should be very keen about answering each and every author queries, because some journals, what they happen in, they will try to answer queries which are only beneficial to them. Other queries they will leave it upon. So you should be very calm enough and be patient enough to answer each and every question.
Thank you very much, sir, for your nice and very professional explanation for my question. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Dr.
Participants, the certificate is correct. Okay, if any correction is there, we will send the link to you. Don't worry. Okay, if some problem is there, we will correct it and we will send it. No issues. Okay, thank you.
Dr. Pravaka. Hello.
We will conclude the session, sir. We'll close the session.
We'll close the session.
If any correction in the certificate, we will send the link again to you participants. So don't worry. You can fill it, and with the PPT, we will send it to you. Don't worry. Yes, sir. We can close it, sir.
Okay, sir. So, so thank you everybody for your valuable time. And thank you, once again, the Director, Community Engagement and Technology Transfer, and the organizers, coordinator, Scientific Director, Deputy Scientific Director, even. And if needed, I can give another webinar. And thank you, one and all, for this session. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Christo, and the participants, Dr. Pravaka. You did very nice job. I hope we will have another meetings in the same
Thank you,
way.
sir.
Thank you very much for what we have today.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.
Thank you,
Thank
Christo.
you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
சரி ஓகே அப்ப பிரச்சனை இல்லை ஜி ஒரு நாள்
இல்ல இதுல நம்மளுக்கு இந்த பிஓ வந்து கொண்டு வருவோம்னாங்களா அதை எங்க கொண்டு வருவோம்னு அதை ஒண்ணு மட்டும்
ஆறு கொண்டு
என்னமோ ஒண்ணு C1 ஒண்ணு சொன்னாங்களே ஒண்ணு மாத்தணும் நம்ம பிஓ மாத்தணுமா என்ன மாத்தணும் நம்ம பிஓ மாத்த வேண்டாம் நம்ம என்ன பண்ணணும் அது என்னமோ நம்ம ரீஃபைன் பண்ணணும் நம்மள தொட வேண்டாம் மேம் அது என்னமோ நம்ம ஆனா டிஏபில அது கொண்டுட்டு வரணும்னு நம்ம இருக்கு
அதாவது அவங்க இதுதான் இல்ல அதை நீங்க எக்ஸ்பிளிசிட்டா கொண்டு வரலன்னு சொன்னாங்க அதை மட்டும் காமிச்சிருங்கன்னு சொன்னாங்க
சைஸ் வந்து அதிகம் பண்ணணும் 2 பேரை போடுங்க